I still remember first finding out when me and my wife were pregnant with our first baby. We had just come back from a 5-month trip to Asia. We were 23, had no money, renting, and we were so excited. The news of our firstborn was so exciting, but it also put us into a whirlwind of things to think about. But it really boiled down to 3 things. How are we going to keep this human baby thingy alive? Are we going to have to sacrifice our lifestyle? And the third and most important one was, how in the world are we going to afford it? Now, the how to afford a baby isn't just for those 23-year-olds who think it's a good idea to start a family with no money, renting their home, but it happens to everyone, no matter what situation you're in. Having a baby brings on a lot of financial concerns. And here are 3 ways that you can manage them and deal with them so you can prepare as best as you can. So get yourself covered. Making sure that you've got enough insurance cover in place is super important. Me and Kate used to muck around and say that if one of us died, that's no worries, we're still young enough, we can easily get remarried. Now, once you have kids, that reality is off the table. We made sure that we had bucket loads of insurance cover. We wanted to make sure that if something happened to Kate or myself, that we could just drop everything and be with our girls and support them and have no financial concern. And having insurance cover in place just took off so many burdens that we weren't having to worry about what would happen to each other if we weren't around. The second thing is understand your money. The great thing about having a baby is you've got a long time to prepare. Although it comes really quickly, you've still got around 6 months between when you find out and when you have to stop working. So you can prepare financially for the reduced income. Now on the flip side, starting a family, now your financial future isn't as certain as it once was. You've got so many more variables up in the air, like are you going to have more than one child, and how far apart can you and will you have them, and who's going to be the main carer, are you going to start childcare, and the list goes on and on and on. And that's exactly why it's really important to take this time before you start your family to make sure that you are preparing and know exactly where your money's going. The third thing is, what are you entitled to? Joe Hockey, as Treasurer, said we live in the age of entitlement and we're in middle class welfare. And it's true, the government has set up some really great support systems for when you're starting a family, as well as your employer. So understanding exactly what leave, entitlements, benefits, bonuses, rebates that you are entitled to, and make sure you're claiming them. Now, Centrelink benefits are really dependent on quite a number of factors, but the main ones are how many kids do you have, how old are your kids, and what's your income. And Centrelink have made it really easy to check it out on their payment finder on their website that I'll link below. Expecting your first baby is a really exciting time, and just as it's important to make sure you're doing regular health checkups throughout the pregnancy, you're getting parenting advice and you're setting up the baby room, it's also important to make sure you're preparing financially. Remember, the most important thing when preparing your finances before having a baby is, as Nike says, just do it. Don't put it in a too hard basket, and make sure you're actually getting it done. The saying that I really love, prolific beats perfect. Thanks for watching. I'm Phil Thompson from Thompson Financial Services. Rebates,